Hello, hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. It has been a little while since I've done some videos. I wanted to get right back into it as we, unfortunately start getting back into September school schedule. I'm still there. I have one child left in school. But anyway, something I've been wanting to show for a while is the extraordinary Flora Washi Tape. I will say, unfortunately, at this moment, I guess depends on when you're watching the video, but if you see when it first comes out, it is unavailable at the moment. It's been super popular, but it will be coming back. It is scheduled to be back in the catalog, back online, the week of September 8th. So it's not too long away, maybe 2 weeks. So it depends, again, when you're watching this video, but it will be back. So I'm going to just show you what to do with it, because I know when I saw it first time, I was kind of a little confused, and I had to play with it and give it a try. So let me do that with you. So there's the Flora Washi tape. Look at, there's pretty much on here. It's really wide. There is, and let's see what this one is actually called. This is Extraordinary Flora Die. There's a die that goes with that fits over that. And there's also a stamp set. So if you didn't have this washi tape, you could stamp all these flowers and put the die over it. So there is a stamp set, but then you have to color them in. So the stamp set is like a black outline, and you have to color in your images. So if that's something you enjoy doing, you can do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you how to use the washi tape at the moment. Let me adjust this a little bit here. Okay, so it's pretty wide. I'm going to take this washi tape, and this is just a piece. You can, let me back up a minute. You can take this washi tape, because it's washi tape. If you haven't worked with it before, it's almost like a painter's tape. Once you put it down, you can peel it back up carefully without ripping something. So you can take this washi tape. I have done this the first time I played with it. This is how I did it. And I put it right down on one of my plates for the cut and emboss machine, and laid it right on here, stuck that on here, put the die on top, and cut them out. When you do that, though, you're going to pull up all the little flowers, and then you kind of have to use all those flowers because they're already sticky on the back, so you would have to use them right away. I didn't really want to do that. So instead, what I'm doing here is I'm taking washi tape on a piece of just basic white cardstock, and I'm going to open this up. And it doesn't have to be exact. And you can just tear it. And then I'm going to lay it down here onto the white cardstock. And again, it's like a painter's tape, so you can carefully pull it back up if you don't get it down exactly how you want it at first, because I'm not doing a great job here. There we go. There we go. Okay, this side here, got some bubbles, so we're going to pull that back up again and get rid of the bubbles. You know how this works. I had this great off camera, and then you get on camera. But okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to smooth that out, and there's the washi tape. It's just stuck to white cardstock. All right, and this part here, you can either just tear it off. You can use a pair of scissors and cut that off. I'm just going to tear it roughly off of here. All right, let's just throw this bit out. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit again. All right, I'm going to pull in my trimmer and just roughly cut along the edge of what my washi tape is. Okay, so I've taken my washi tape and I just stuck it down to a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to pull in my cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to lay this down on here. And now I'm going to take this die. And this is the part where it's a little tricky, because when I first put it down, I'm like, well, how do you line it up? Move it up and down until you'll start seeing that it matches up somewhere. And if you're going, well, it's not matching up, turn it around. And it might be better this way. Okay, so I'm going to roll it, just slide it, slide it, slide it, and right there. To see how that matches up with everything. So roll it around, slide it around. If it seems like it's not going this way, turn it around and just slide it up and down until it gets to where it's lining up around all the flowers. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on top. If you need to keep that in place with something, grab a Post-it note and you can put that on there to keep that in place. So let me run this through. Let's see it, turn this so you're not getting my arm in the way here. So let's run this through here. And I'm going to show you how we're going to run it through a second time to get more flowers. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out, and then look at all these. I just punched these out. And look at all these flowers I have to use for my cards. And now they have cardstock on the back of them, so I can just do a whole bunch at one time and put them into a Ziploc bag, a little container of some sort, and then just put glue on the back, or you could put dimensionals on the back and pop them up. But I have all these flowers I can use for my cards or scrapbook layout. Now I have these at the end because when I laid this down, it didn't do down here. So I'm going to just, so it's not getting stuck in here, you can just grab a scissors, or I'm just going to take my trimmer and I'm just trimming off this part that was already cut and lay this on here and do the same thing again. Line this up. That looks like it's lining up right about there. Okay. And then what I do with mine is I take this top part here and lay that down, put that in there first, and bring this down on top. Okay, until that's tight in there. And then I'm going to turn this. I'm going to pull this out. And then here we go. And then we have a bunch of other flowers. So look at that. So that makes a whole bunch of little flowers that I can just quickly add to my projects that I'm doing. And you might have some on the end, like that was the end piece. No big deal. You can either throw it away if you don't want it, or you can just keep it, and then that would go, let me see, I'm just going to grab a card that doesn't really make sense right here. It's just the back of a card. But you can take that, and that can still be used on the edge of a card like this. So even if you only get a partial flower, I keep them because I can attach that right on the edge of a card and it would be beautiful just like that, even if I don't have the entire flower on that one. Okay, so this is it. So this was the Extraordinary Flora Washi Tape that, like I said, if you're watching this, today is the 14th, I think, 13th. What is today? Okay, today's the 15th, August 15th. This is currently unavailable, but is scheduled to be back in order and back in the inventory the week of September 8th. And there is the Flora Die that we just use here. And there's also a stamp set that if you'd rather not use the Flora tape, you can use a stamp set with it. Or getting the stamp set, once your Flora tape is gone, you can still use the die with the stamp set forever if you wanted to. But I think this Flora tape is pretty cool. So if it's something you're interested in, it will be back online September 8th. If you're not sure if you would remember that, shoot me a message and I'll send a reminder to you when it's back in stock. But hopefully that explains it. If you already have something you're not sure how to work it, hopefully this helped out. And if you're in my area, in the Lehigh Valley area, I would love for you to join in on some classes that I have going on. I also have a retreat coming up in the Poconos the weekend of October 10th through the 12th. So a crafting retreat. If that's an interest to you, shoot me a message and I'd love to get more information to you. That's it. Have a great weekend, week, whenever you're watching this. I don't know what's coming up for you, but for me, it's the weekend. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.